Halo Infinite is the upcoming installment in the 5-year dormant Halo franchise. The hype train is beginning to leave the station as leaks begin releasing, dev blogs are being posted, and even a Fortnite event is released. But I am here to try and put a small delay on that hype train leaving the station, because Halo Infinite should worry just about every Halo fan out there. Why is this? Well, it's because Halo Infinite has all of the ingredients for a train wreck of a release. But before I get into that, I just want to add a quick plug to my Discord server that I just created. I'm still changing things with it as I'm not too happy with it, but at the same time I want to get more involved with all of you, so I'm gonna see how this goes and I hope it doesn't crash and burn. But anyways, let's get back to Halo Infinite. Last year we got our first real look at the game, and while I believe it looked promising, it looked like a game a few years away from release instead of a game a few months away from release. This caused the game to be the subject of some very unfavorable articles and YouTube videos. This caused the game to be delayed a full year until the fall of 2021. And while the bad state of the 2020 demo caused many people to worry, I do not believe it is the sole reason people should be worried about Halo Infinite. Because while details of this game are rare, there are some key things that should rub at least Halo fans the wrong way. First of all, let's talk about the monetization of the game. Halo Infinite is to be released with its multiplayer portion of the game being free to play. This alone should cause worry because whenever a game, like a big game, typically does this, it's usually used as an excuse to fill the game with microtransactions. And it sadly appears Halo Infinite will be taking this approach, because as of right now, armor coatings, which are basically Destiny shaders, appear as though they will be sold for at least $5 a piece in Halo Infinite's in-game store, and that's not even discussing how much armor pieces or other customizable items will cost. This should cause every Halo fan, whether you are a fan of Bungie or 343 games, to be very worried for the game, because this system will be forcing players to fork over some serious cash to simply get the right color they want for their Spartan. But at the same time, 343 Industries could surprise us and offer players who purchase the paid aspects of the game a way to earn these armor coatings in-game. This would be similar to how Fortnite operates, because even though a lot of people do not like games being compared to Fortnite, Fortnite offered a very interesting monetization system that I believe more games should adopt, and I do not just mean the Battle Pass. Because for those who do not know, Fortnite had a paid single player and a free multiplayer. Players who play the single player aspect of the game can earn an in-game currency V-Bucks, which can be used to buy microtransactions without needing to pay extra money. If Halo Infinite went this route, I think it would help ease people's worries about the game. Sadly though, this is not the only cause for concern with Halo Infinite, because the game has been described as having a 10-year plan. And when anyone hears 10-year plan associated with any game, they should worry a lot. Destiny, Division, and Anthem are all games which had their developers give similar 10-year plan quotes. And while each of these games have many differences, they all have one thing in common. They all launched with barely any content and were full of bugs and other issues. Halo Infinite could be the game to break the 10-year plan curse, but the game has a lot going against it. For one, 343 Industries' previous Halo game, Halo 5, launched with very little content and was missing huge standard aspects of the game. Halo 5 launched with only ranked multiplayer, very few maps, was missing many series staples such as Infection and Big Team Battle, and the game even launched without the beloved Forge mode map editor. These omissions caused Halo 5 to feel like an incomplete game at launch, and earned a lot of negative reviews from series veterans. And while Halo 5 slowly did have all of this missing content added back, for free I might add, among many other free updates, it was never enough to fully heal the damage the poor launch had on the game's reputation. Sadly, Halo Infinite may easily have a similar release from what we saw during the 2020 Infinite demo. If the game released on its intended date, the game would be a buggy, ugly, and hollow mess, with some rumors even suggesting the multiplayer would release separately from the single player. Thankfully, this rumor has been denied, but it was a big scare at the time. It seems the original plan was to launch the game, then slowly fix all of the game's problems through future updates. I mean, before the game even launched, 343 stated that ray tracing is an update planned for the future and will not be present at launch. If 343 cannot even get all of their graphics settings in the game before launch, I'm not too confident in their ability to fill the game with enough content. Thankfully, 343 made the admittedly tough decision to delay the game. This will hopefully give them enough time to fix these issues found within their game, but there's no guarantee they will. Halo Infinite could easily and sadly have a Cyberpunk style release with all sorts of issues. And one more thing that may or may not be causing issues behind the scenes is the large amount of developer turnover that appears to be taking place at 343 Industries. Turnover basically refers to how quickly employees leave a business. Just recently, another campaign/level designer left 343 Industries to join the studio behind the Darksiders games. Now, obviously, this could be due to the content these devs worked on has been finished and these devs are moving on to other projects. But after covering a significant amount of Destiny news on this channel, and having a developer leave in the final year of development, it makes me cautious for the game. Because that is exactly what happened to Bungie on their final year of Destiny 1 development. All sorts of high-level Bungie devs and employees were pushed out or left the company, such as Marty O'Donnell or Joseph Staten. Sort of ironically, Joseph Staten is actually doing the opposite with Halo Infinite, where he is joining the team for its final year of development. This move also makes me question what is going on behind the scenes at 343, because even though Joseph Staten is very talented and has a stellar resume with the Halo series, swapping a lead dev for the final year of development is usually never a good sign. But playing devil's advocate, Joseph Staten may be a good choice for this game after all. I mean, he has had experience with games as a service style games due to his time developing Destiny 1. So hopefully he can bring over some of the better aspects of Destiny 1 and leave behind all the negatives. Hopefully 343 will be able to share more details with us soon and hopefully disprove many of the points I made in this video. But until that happens, everyone should keep the pressure on 343 to make Infinite the best Halo game ever released. Because there is a lot of pressure on 343 right now. They have to please the old Bungie fans, they have to please their new fans that they brought on, and they have to do all of this while bringing in even more fans into the Xbox family of systems and software. And this is a lot of pressure on 343, and I do not know if they will be able to succeed. But they have had 6 years of development alongside a brand new engine to assist them in that development. So hopefully Halo Infinite can knock the ball out of the park with its release and stun all fans of Halo games, because that's really what the game needs. Halo fans have not had a new game to play in 6 years, and they will most likely not have another game to play for another 10 years after Infinite's release. So it is a crucial thing that Halo Infinite launches great. It needs to have lots of content, it needs to have polished content, and most importantly, it needs to have fun content. But that's all I have to say for this video, and if you liked what you heard and want to hear more videos like this covering either Halo or Destiny, please like and subscribe, and that's really all I have to say for this video. So if you have any further thoughts, please comment them down below, and until next time, goodbye.